Tell us who you are.
I'm Joe Ruggles, a member of the Striders. I run in the M60 division.
Okay, and what events do you run?
I run the 100, the 200, and the 400.
Wow. How long have you been running?
Actually, I've only been running for about 5 years now. I used to run in high school and college and had some decent times and then laid off and decided to come back.
Okay.
The first 3 years were a lot of injuries. Yeah, a learning curve, coaching myself. And then, about the fourth year, things started to happen. I was very frustrated with my times, and then all of a sudden it came together and my times dropped dramatically and I started to become competitive.
Okay. How important was being competitive for you?
Everything. I'm one of those guys, second place is the first loser.
Okay.
But I got some of the fastest guys in the nation in Southern California here, so it's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah. Was there a particular motivation in just getting back into it in general for you?
Well, I'd always, ran, I would run against the kids. There's always that story, being the old guy beating the kids in the neighborhood. And I really loved track in high school and college, but in your 30s you're an elite runner, so that's kind of out of the question.
Okay.
But I always thought as I got closer to 50, and that I would compete in the Senior Olympics. But it was interesting. I had no idea that this was out here. I knew that, maybe they had some all-comer meets and they were keeping track of guys my age. And I knew there was a Senior Olympics someplace. But the first time I went to an event was in Las Vegas. And I'd been monitoring. It seemed like the who's who in the United States were there. And, I actually thought, I'm going to come in. This is going to be something that's really easy. And it's the honest-to-God story. I was in the blocks, and Damian Leake, one of the fastest guys in the world, was in there, and Chip Kroll, and a lot of the guys that are here today. And I had never seen them run, just on paper. And I had never officially run a time myself. So when the gun went off, and I took my first step out of the blocks, and I looked up, it was like they were halfway down the track. I thought maybe I'd had an aneurysm or something and a lack of time, because I could not believe that somebody could have stepped out that far, that fast. And then I realized, I had my work cut out for me.
Had your work cut out for you. What would you say as a way to either motivate or inspire somebody who's maybe thinking about getting involved in Masters track and field?
I do that all the time with all my friends, the kids. I guess, I want to live as long as I can. To me, it's the proverbial fountain of youth. Because all the studies have showed when you exercise like this, exercise at this level, especially sprinting, that what we do, there's a lot of power work. It releases the natural HGH, human growth hormone, out of your brain so much in your favor. You can actually trick Mother Nature a little bit by doing that. So, to me, even if I wasn't winning, I would still do this. The winning is important, but living as long as I can is as well.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joe.
All right. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. I can rattle on.